For many Americans, it's just an app, a fun, harmless distraction of dances, trends, and viral challenges. But make no mistake, TikTok is not just an app. It is a state surveillance tool, a Trojan horse with over 150 million American users, and it has given a hostile foreign power direct, unfettered access to the most intimate details of American life. This isn't geopolitical theory. This is a clear and present danger that sits in the pocket of every teenager and young adult in the country. Owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, TikTok is a direct pipeline of American data flowing straight to Beijing. The scale of this data collection is truly terrifying. We're not talking about simple browsing history. We're talking about precise biometric data, how your face looks, your voice patterns, and your physical movements. We're talking about your social graph, tracking your friendships, your political leanings, and your personal vulnerabilities. We're talking about your keystrokes and your exact geolocation 24 hours a day. In China, there is no private sector that is truly separate from the state. Under China's national intelligence law, every company, including ByteDance, is legally obligated to hand over any data the Communist Party demands. This means the digital life of every American user is a tool for Beijing, available to be weaponized at any moment. This is the central conflict. It's not a military war fought with bombs, but a digital war for the control of information and influence. TikTok's true power is not in entertaining you. It's in knowing you. It's in the ability to know exactly what makes you angry, what makes you click, and what makes you change your mind. The ultimate weapon in the 21st century is not firepower. It is information superiority. And right now, America is freely handing over the blueprints to its own society. The terrifying reality of TikTok isn't just the collection of data. It's the weaponization of that data against American society. This is no longer a passive surveillance tool. It's a sophisticated psychological warfare engine controlled by a rival state. China's AI, fueled by the daily habits, fears, and vulnerabilities of over 150 million Americans, can now execute a level of social and political manipulation that is virtually unstoppable. Here's how the data is deployed. China's algorithms are used to identify the deepest fault lines within American democracy, the specific political, social, and cultural issues that cause the most polarization. They map out the precise network of individuals most susceptible to radicalization, to conspiracy theories, or to extreme political views. Then, using the TikTok algorithm, the most powerful distribution system for short-form content in the world, they strategically amplify division. During moments of national crisis or political upheaval, the algorithm can be discreetly tweaked to feed extreme, polarizing, or entirely false content to targeted groups, ensuring that political discourse breaks down into total chaos. It's an invisible attack on the American psyche, designed to paralyze the nation from within. The threat goes even deeper into the heart of U.S. power. Imagine an American military officer, a defense contractor, or a congressional aide using the app. China's knows their sleep schedule, their family members, their private interests, and their daily routines. That information isn't just interesting, it's intelligence. It makes them vulnerable to blackmail, targeted phishing attacks, or even physical surveillance, turning the personal device of every U.S. official who uses the app into an open-source intelligence stream for Beijing. It has made traditional counterintelligence a nightmare. The tragic dilemma for Washington is that America's response has been slow and fractured. The government is trapped in the red zone of law and liberty, debating whether a total ban violates First Amendment rights, The current legal framework is entirely unequipped to handle a foreign state weaponizing a social media algorithm. This delay has ceded the ultimate ground in the information war to China. The most powerful nation on earth is being subtly, systematically compromised, not by a foreign army, but by an app its own citizens willingly downloaded. The realization that China has achieved informational supremacy through an application like TikTok sends shockwaves far beyond the Pentagon. This is not just a strategic loss. It is the erosion of American soft power, the cultural and ideological influence that defined the 20th century. For decades, American culture, music, and media, from Hollywood to Facebook, shaped global discourse. Now, that discourse is being mediated and controlled by an algorithm answerable to Beijing. The ultimate consequence is the export of digital authoritarianism. China is not content to simply use this tool against the US. They are selling the entire model of information control to allied nations across the globe. Countries seeking to suppress internal dissent, manage political narratives, and maintain stability suddenly have a perfect blueprint. This creates a powerful global digital bloc that functions outside the Western democratic framework, united by a shared reliance on controlled, centralized information flows. The US finds itself ideologically isolated, losing the war for the future of governance because China's system, while terrifying, is undeniably efficient. This forces the United States into a painful, final realization. To truly counter this threat, a fragmented democracy must decide whether it can afford the luxury of decentralized chaos. The long-term response will be a multi-trillion-dollar effort to re-establish information sovereignty and aggressive push for domestic tech alternatives, global regulatory alliances, and a fundamental change in how the government and private sector share intelligence about foreign digital threats. The dilemma is permanent. How do you fight a surveillance state without becoming one yourself? In the end, this red zone scenario delivers a chilling, conclusive truth. The most successful weapon deployed in the 21st century conflict wasn't a missile or a drone. It was a social media app. Trojan horse that turned the personal devices of an entire generation into instruments of foreign intelligence. The war was won by the adversary who most effectively weaponized data, psychological vulnerabilities, and the very freedoms America cherishes. The battle for the future is over the truth itself, and the truth is now governed by an algorithm designed in Beijing